Welcome to part 2 of Star Wars Episode 3 for Cal Gaming, folks.
Awkward
And we
silence.
still have a long way to go in this.
Well, not so long. We're only like what, 2/8 of the game done. So
Can I just say one wee thing here? I've just noticed that we all know R2D2 spelled the word R, then 2, then D, and 2. Why in this game is it spelled ARTOO?
I guess because they want to make it that way. I mean, it can be
Yeah.
spelled that way if you want. Anyway, Droidicus.
Yeah.
And it's not the droids we're looking for.
Now, the bad news about this, folks, is that the shields that the Droidicus have, you cannot go through the lightsaber. Your lightsaber will be blocked. Unlike Star Wars Battlefront 2, where they actually go through the damn thing. But
Yes, I know that all too well.
still, the best way to deal with them, as Obi-Wan will demonstrate just there, is that you use the Force Stun by holding the R2 button, which stuns the enemies. But that also renders their shield useless. So that's when you can time your attacks.
How much do you bet when you do that the droids are like in their minds, oh, you're you hacking bastard, stop that.
I don't
Probably.
know. They're probably sleeping.
They'll probably say, what's with these hackers?
Nah.
Mind you, if you have to admit, the Droidicas are pretty much they're the most effective droids that the Separatists have built. So
And can I just say one more thing? I love the sound effects of the lasers in this game.
Alright.
you mean Star Wars in general?
Aye. No, in this game, because they sound different. No, because every other Star Wars game I've played, they sound well different. And this just sounds like the cartoony pew pew pew. You know what I'm on about.
Yeah, because for me, I think they just sound they have that distinctive sound that it's that type of droid.
Yeah.
I won't be long, Master. Be careful. Always on the move.
Yep, he sure is, Obi-Wan.
Yep.
He sure is. Oh, more of these little fuckers. This totally is safe at all.
No. You think, Anakin?
Can you imagine going to work in this type of elevator? You're just so bored of the music, you decide to cut a hole and just go on the roof.
Aye.
In fact, where's Buzz Lightyear and all his gang then?
Oh, God, talk about Toy Story, man. God, that takes me back. I know.
Oh, look at this. We've got some new droids this time. These are air battle droids, folks. And yes, they fly in the air. They're
So they are indeed aptly named.
exactly. They also have a shield as well.
Oh, good.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on, Anakin. Grab that. Yeah. Now you're dead. Now, here's a thing, folks. Yeah, you see them flying up towards the elevator, but see if you just push them to the edge where they'll get caught. I think they get caught on the gravity of the walls there, and they get flung up in the air, and they count as a kill.
One thing years ago, I would always just force push them away because it's just so much fun. It's like, because they're like near you, and you're like, no, piss off. Because half of them are like, give me a hug.
He's a hug.
Or better yet, hug me.
Don't you mean stopped your left, Obi-Wan? What car?
There are no cars here.
Oh, speaking of which, that reminds me of that old web series. I'm not sure if you have seen it. It's called Chad Vader, Day Shift Manager.
Aye.
Oh, I've only heard of it. I'm not seen it. It's probably not around now.
Where were we?
It's
Aye.
actually pretty funny. The first season is basically this guy, Chad Vader, who supposedly is Lord Vader's brother. He runs a supermarket. What was the name of it? Oh fuck, I can't remember the name of the supermarket. But he basically wants to be the day manager, but he's been made to the night manager because of a rival. And then later on in the first season, he's fired, but then he's trying to find jobs, and one of the jobs is a taxi driver.
Can you imagine Vader's at... Oh, wait a minute. Can you imagine it? You're drunk, you got drunk and then you phone an Uber and Darth Vader picks up and they pulls the window down, you hear the heavy breathing like, oh, wait a minute, am I gonna have my nut?
It's like,
Can you
how much did I have to drink?
No, what's funny is that the way he drives up, he's like, he's like, I understand that you requested the transport shuttle.
Aye.
And then you're like, and then you're scratching your head, like, am I gonna have my nut? How much of a fucking drunk?
Aye.
I think you should give Chad Vader a watch later on, Graham. You can find it easily on YouTube. It actually started as a YouTube series. In fact, the guy who voices Vader and who plays one of the rivals, Matt Sloan, made his debut as Vader, and because George Lucas liked his voice so much, he got hired to be the voice of Vader in video games.
Aye.
Wait, you're joking.
Cover me.
Yep. Soul Calibur 4, Force Unleashed 2, Battlefront 2, you name it.
What a way to do it.
Aye.
You need to see the series. It's really funny.
Oh, have you seen that on YouTube series? It's another Star Wars thing, but it's like there's a female Darth Vader and she's in pink armor, and then she's like
Aye.
Vader's in the meeting room with the commandos, and she walks in, and Vader's like just looking at her, and he's like, I just need to go to the toilet,
Oh God.
and
Yeah,
then and then he's like watching himself like go to the toilet. How embarrassing!
Aye.
Oh, I'll let you try it. I'll show you it later on, but you should definitely look it up, folks.
I think I know what you're talking about, but I just never
Aye.
bothered to watch it because again the thumbnail was that pink Vader, and I was like, what?
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah.
I think you'll be all right then.
Mission accomplished. Back to
A lot of graphic detail I love here. See when the camera pulls like goes through the force field, but it's outside the force field. Your lightsaber is invisible.
Aye.
I never really noticed that when I played, to be fair. Because, I mean, you were young, you didn't really bother about all this stuff.
I mean, when
Huh.
was the last time you played this actually?
Jeez, that was a long time ago, I can't bloody remember.
Aye.
Well, well, it's a good thing I'm doing all the explanation here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good God, I've fell into the role of the Steven rant as he goes on about his games too.
Aye.
Here, look, see if you had any of the other games that, like, say for example, as we spoke behind the scenes, if I wanted to do, like, Spyro, it would be me in that position.
Aye.
Indeed, because you'll have the most experience, and the same could be said for a series like Xenoblade Chronicles for Sean.
Aye.
Or Crash.
We could use some help here, R2.
No, I think Sean earlier years ago when we brought him in when we discussed games of what we were going to do, he did mention that you wanted to do Xenoblade Chronicles as a series.
Well, I mean, it'd be one I could certainly I've got the games for, so I could have done it, but they're fucking massive games, so you know, I'd be like, welcome to part 149.
And then
welcome to part 109 of Xenoblade Chronicles, and we're still here.
Yeah.
welcome to episode 150, and we're still here. And on and on and on.
Well, I think we'll have to work on that considering RPGs. I mean, the same could be said for me when I would love to do the Mass Effect series, but they're long games.
Yes, and branching paths.
Yeah. Although, speaking of Mass Effect, are you excited for the Legendary Edition?
Oh yes, I just hope it was coming to
Can
PS5.
I just say- Can I just say one thing? I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I've not technically played the Mass Effect games per se, but I've watched my brother play it. I've played all three games. I mean, don't get me wrong. The original 1 and 2 were great. 3 was sort of 50-50, obviously because of the ending.
Aye.
And obviously when I heard the Legendary Edition, and I heard that it's being made by the same team that made Andromeda, I was like, no thanks, because let's be honest, Andromeda was shite.
But then again, I think they may have learned their lesson. It may not be the same people, so to speak, but at least it's the one that everybody likes. Who cares about Andromeda at this point?
Yeah,
Who
they don't have
cares?
to make something new, they just have to update the old ones, so...
There's no time to argue. Go.
Oh, what's this? Is that my massive spinning gears at the top of an elevator shaft?
This time we're taking the stairs.
Taking the stairs.
Yeah, can you imagine the amount of stairs would be on a ship that size, for God's sake?
You'll be as bad as Winston climbing up the stairs with a pizza.
Or better yet, or even better yet, just use a cherry picker.
Or better yet, if you were in the DC or Marvel universe, teleport.
Aye.
you imagine that actually if they took a cue from Red Dwarf? Obi-Wan explains this detailed plan how to get the top of the tower where the Chancellor is. We're taking the stairs, Anakin. Or Master, we could just use a teleporter.
God, Red Dwarf is absolutely legendary.
Aye.
Come on, you gotta admit.
Mind you, I don't know how it is considering it. Is it still going today actually?
I don't know. I know Series 12 was the last one. That was a good couple of years ago. I'm not sure
Aye.
if they're doing it. I don't know if they are doing a 13. So I know they did that special.
Well, I'm talking more so like they were great back then, but I don't know if they suffer the same problem where as that series continues, the jokes get less and less funny. If you know what I mean.
Aye.
Yeah.
Oh, look who it is.
You've interrupted my comfortable seat, Anakin
Yeah.
and Obi-Wan.
Yeah. Yeah. Even as a prisoner, he's on a fucking throne.
Yes,
Oh,
and
hello.
he's
Oh, and everybody say hello to Sir Christopher Lee.
on. Oh no, it's Saruman the White. Or I'm sorry, I mean the dentist. Oh yeah, Count Dooku.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're wondering what it is, Graham, Christopher Lee played a dentist in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yes. I am very familiar with that. The 2005 remake of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
So, here we are, folks. Our first boss battle against the great Count Dooku. Basically, you just gotta block his attacks and then he'll leave himself open. There's a tail, this move right here, actually, this is when you clash. You basically mash the buttons. If Steven was here, he'd win this all the damn time.
Yeah.
We all know how well he's good with button mashes.
Aye. Now, also as well, with every fighter, they leave themselves open at the end of every attack. So you want to attack them once they've left themselves open, but when they're doing this, it basically means they're locked in block. So they'll block anything you do until you leave themselves open.
Aye.
To do
Hold on
that
a
move,
minute.
now to do that move that dodge there where I just dodged his kick, you need to hold down the attack buttons as he throws you back.
You can't beat me.
God, just watching this is giving me flashbacks.
Because of the two-player battle mechanic.
Aye.
For that, and for all the wrong reasons.
Alright.
Because you know how, like, when you go into most boss fights, you just want to spam attack and hope for the best.
Aye.
Oh, I think we know who you're talking about. We'll see. We'll see him in the next boss battle, because I believe he's our second boss battle, but we'll save that for later. But here, Count Dooku is going to kill Obi-Wan. Put him to sleep. He's out of commission.
But how the heck are his legs not crushed by that?
The Force.
Yes, everything is answered by the Force.
Kill you.
Now, if you
Oh,
wonder
that's
why I'm
right.
running out...
I forgot. The Force is the Star Wars MacGuffin.
This ends now.
Exactly. Now, if you're wondering why I ran all the way there, it's so I can get a secret. That basically... Now, the secrets you find, folks, they mostly range from experience... Well, not experience, to health upgrades, to force abilities, and to instantly putting you into master class. Now, the thing about the collectibles is that, yeah, they refill your bar, but they also slowly increase your bar by a short amount. As you can see on the bottom left there, my force meter is slightly longer than the health.
Aye.
Aye.
Speaking of healing, actually, I'm not sure you know this as well, but if you press down both the analog sticks down L3 and R3 by pushing on the analog sticks with both your thumbs, you'll actually heal yourself.
That was the first thing I ever upgraded.
Aye.
But it does leave yourself open though.
Yeah.
Yep.
And here I'm going to find another upgrade that they... Now, to get this other upgrade, you need to go to the left side of this hallway, but you need to knock a battle droid off the cliff so you can get a cutscene, like this. The cutscene adds nothing, but it causes the secret to appear. Now, during this recording, there is a visual glitch that happened with Dooku here. He was meant to do a super move by holding his attack button, but his aura is still in place even though he's not doing the attack. Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see that.
And it's going to stay with
Yeah.
like that for the rest of the fight.
Nice visual effects. Even though it's a glitch.
Aye.
And do you know what's funny? It's going to stay like that when he dies.
What?
You'll see in the final cutscene when I eventually defeat him.
Oh, spoiling much?
Well, the game's over 20 years old. I think spoilers count.
Jesus,
Oh, That's another big
Cool.
thing as well. The super battle droids, they also have an annoying bitch slap they give you when you're right close to them.
Yeah. And from the looks of it, they learned it from Dooku.
Yep. Look at me with my epic walk.
Yeah.
I mean, look, Seeker, you can still see the aura.
Yep. Yes, good, good.
I'm totally not evil, sitting in this throne with a big grin on my face.
Yeah. I like the reference to Return of the Jedi with the saber clash there.
Now, the guy who's voicing Dooku is Corey Burton. He's been voicing Dooku since the original Clone Wars back in 2003, I think.
Yeah.
Shoddy swordsmanship. Is this what the Jedi Order has come to?
Indeed.
Yeah.
See,
And
to
you've
be
left us-
fair,
Now, sorry to interrupt, Graham, but look at this. I stab him. Now, watch as he falls. You'll still see the aura as he dies.
That's it.
that's got to be the stiffest death I've ever seen.
Mind
Well,
you, mind you, that death.
This isn't
mind
our
you,
game, so.
yeah, mind you, that death is completely different from how it was in the movie, where he bloody decapitates him.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a bit more merciful.
Yes, you're afraid the Emperor. Time for me to do the Fortnite dance.
He clearly is not. But what do you mean? Surely he's not a bad guy. You could trust Palpatine, right?
Yes, I will show you. I will show you the Fortnite dance. For those of you who don't know, whenever we play Battlefront 2 at Hint the Scenes, Stephen, who normally play Palpatine, always will call himself the Fortnite dancing Emperor.
Usually it comes down to me and him between a race of us two to see who can grab him first.
Oh, but trust me, I mean Battlefront 2 now. I mean it's a lot more fun when you play with friends because you can have the biggest shits and giggles ever. It's hilarious.
That's if the game doesn't kick you out every single fucking game.
No.
Yeah, that's true.
Those species have always been cowards. They, what do you call it, the Modians?
I don't know. They look like weird. They look like weird frog people.
I mean, look at Viceroy Gunray. Big coward, talks big, but then when something's in danger, he cowards off.
Aye.
Now, something that's going to be different actually in this game, folks. Normally, in that cutscene, the ship would go into a vertical position and dive. Here, not such a thing. It doesn't happen.
Why stick to the movie when you can make another level out of it?
Indeed. And Obi-Wan's finally woken from his dream of being Black Mask in the DC universe.
Oh, a conveniently placed separating warp field.
Wow, those two, the close. See, when you look at the close-ups, there's, you know, the graphics on the face, they look like they're just drawn on.
Yeah.
Please tell me you've seen that.
What?
What? Seen what?
See when Obi-Wan and the Emperor moving backwards? Obi-Wan had his arms up as if he was holding the saber, but there was no light.
Aye, that's what I mentioned before, when the lightsabers can't be seen through force fields.
Yes, Andrew did mention that.
Oh.
They still, like, there you go, see there? I've still got my lightsaber and it's working, but for the force field, it's invisible. It's a magic sword after all.
Aye.
Now, here's a good question for you. Obviously, we entered the Chancellor's throne room with our cloaks on, but now we've taken them off and we decide to leave them. How the fuck did they get them back when they're on Coruscant?
Who knows? Maybe they found a spare lying somewhere.
Aye. Or maybe there's somebody out there waiting for them with a spare cloak ready and waiting for them.
There you go, 3PO.
Yeah.
Yes,
it would
me-
be. It would
Oh.
be.
Oh my, Anakin, how dare you get me to clean another cloak of yours?
He always annoyed me, C-3PO.
He's not that
I
bad.
don't...
He's not that bad. Mind you, I hate to harsh on the characters because he's been done it for so many times, but Jar Jar Binks, I mean,
Aye.
God, don't get me started on him.
it's not, I don't blame the actor, I mean, it's not the actor's fault, he was only doing what George thought was funny.
Aye, he had to play the character he was given. What could he really do with it?
Aye.
Yeah.
But then again, I think most people now hate Jar Jar because he's the reason that he gave the Chancellor emergency powers to become the Empire. So everything's Jar Jar's fault.
Yeah.
Because obviously the actor for Jar Jar Binks, obviously it's not his fault, it's the way the character was written, but was there no all that talk about back where he was getting death threats off of folk?
Yes,
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, because people are stupid.
yeah. In fact, they were so stupid that I think he talked about in an interview where he got so many death threats and abuse and all just because of his role Jar Jar that he was contemplating taking his own life.
Jeez.
And look, see, I know it's mostly too about me. Come on, folks, that is pushing it. That is way too much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the same goes for like that whole Last of Us 2 fiasco where reviews came out and everyone hated Abby and then Laura Bailey get death threats. I'm like, yes, I can understand why your hatred for the character, but the actress did nothing. She's only doing her job. Leave her alone.
If you want to blame anyone, blame the writers.
No,
Yeah.
the director. Yeah, they're the guy that the directors of anything get all the praise, but they also get the shit if things go wrong.
That's what I'm saying. The actors and all that are only doing what they're paid to do. If you want to blame anybody, blame the folk in charge.
Yeah.
Exactly. And bitch slap them.
Because see, look, yeah. That droid was like, wait a minute, you bitch slapped me? Time to retreat behind this protective force field.
I will totally not walk through this invisible force. I could stay here all day.
Yeah.
But no, as we all established, the droids are not very smart. So
Yeah.
then again, neither
Yeah.
are the enemies smart in the universe. I mean, look at the stormtrooper accuracy.
Aye.
Yeah. They can't even hit the broadside of a barn.
Yeah. Have you seen that meme with the stormtrooper and the what is it? The red shirt from Star Trek?
No.
Is it the red?
No.
Is it the red shirt that was always the ones to die?
I wouldn't know that because I don't watch Star Trek.
I think so. Because apparently in like the original series, they were notorious. If the guy had a red shirt on, he was dying.
Oh,
So it's a
okay.
meme it's like a meme with a stormtrooper facing off against a red shirt. I think it's a red shirt. Correct me if I'm wrong. Comments. But it's saying the stormtrooper misses every shot. The red shirt still dies.
How is that possible?
Sci-fi
Stormtroopers
bullshit.
can hit. Yeah, pretty much. Or better yet, why don't you just wait? The best way to deal with a big massive horde of robots, just get a velociraptor to eat a curry.
Now, what's good about these force fields is that yeah, they block your lightsabers, but they don't block your ability to use the force. As you can see, I'm cheesing them right now.
Oh yeah, abuse the cheese.
Well, what do you expect? The droids don't know what the force is, and I got shot in the back with my troubles.
Aye.
Oh, I was going to say, oh, if Bender was here, he'd be like, cheese it.
There we go, Obi-Wan. I hold the droid for you and you swipe it. Good boy.
Nice work.
Yeah. Well, damn right, considering you sent one of them flying into him. You actually did hit Obi-Wan with one of them.
Is that all you got?
Pew, 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 pew.
I don't know why, I just love that sound effect. I don't know why.
Oh, look at that. The Dark Emperor of the Sith, cowering in fear.
What a surprise.
Well, I mean, to be
considering what happens.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, he has to sell his performance, so...
Well, and so this performance he did, but then there's the point where he's like, Anakin, I'm tired of playing games. I'm the fucking Sith Lord.
Yeah.
Now, let's just scare this little droid by doing absolutely nothing, shall we? You have a blaster. Fire.
Anakin, quickly, get into that turret. We've got
The
to
blasters have worked out so well for the other battle droids, haven't they?
You'd better
Good,
take
Yes.
good point. Now we're going to
So, like-
get a little bit of a different gameplay style here, folks, because we've got one last objective for this chapter where we have to save a Republic cruiser from being shot down, and by that we're going to jump onto this turret. After I get the secret on the left here, because damn it, I want my max health.
Yeah, you need it.
Yeah.
Because that's another thing, right? See when that droid was just he was just casually dealing along, doing his work, and just turns and looks at you. Did you see how fast he ran away?
Yeah.
It looked like he had the rock. Yeah, it looked like he had the rocket shoved up his arse.
Now, here's something that the game will not encounter until very later in the game when you get control of another turret. The little bar there on the bottom right. That's supposed to maximize your the amount of times you can fire the turret. But because this turret's so slow, it doesn't increase. So therefore, you can fire as many times as you want. But later on, you'll get a turret which where the bar actually works. So inconsistency there.
But who cares? Infinite firing turret.
Aye.
Wow, look how cheap those explosions are.
Aye.
Boo!
Nice shooting.
You expected less? Let's get moving. We need to meet up with R2.
Oh, god damn it.
Wait a minute. How did this happen? We're smarter than this.
Exactly, Obi-Wan.
Well, clearly not.
Along in a few moments, and then they'll release the rations.
Oh, that's R2-D2 coming back and realizing that episodes 7, 8, and 9 are going to be retconned.
Aye.
See, every time I see that scene, my sides would split.
Aye.
It was just so funny. You just see her like nothing. Now here is R2 comes screaming at the door and whacking into a wall.
Aye.
Mind you, he's acting like a little child here at this point, so...
Aye. Still win, doesn't he?
It would be cool if you added in a wee cartoonic bonk sound effect into there.
Nah,
Comes flying out. Bonk.
nah, I don't need to. It does it for me. I don't need to do that.
Aye.
Now, don't worry about the unlockables, folks. Basically, if you go through the entire campaign, you'll unlock everything, including bonus missions, boss character, other characters to use in two-player mode, and concept art.
It's always not bad to have concept art.
Aye, especially for like the new designs of the droids and spoilers later on, the clones that we'll get later on. Then again, why am I putting a spoiler? The game, the film itself is over 20 years old, and yes, I feel old. Don't you guys feel old?
Yes.
God, quit reminding me.